Hello everyone and welcome to Auto News back again. I hope you guys are doing well. So guys, today I have with me this car which is the Tata Safari. This is the top end variant which is the XZA Plus variant, and in this video we are going to talk about the exterior, interior, feature, space. By the end of the video I'll also tell you guys how is it to drive. So let's quickly start this video. Before starting the video, if you are looking out to buy this car or any other car, you can definitely contact us. You can message us your contact number, your location, and we'll surely get back to you with the on-road pricing as well as the best deal possible. Now you can enjoy this video. Let's quickly start without wasting any more time. So let's quickly start off with the walk around. Let's quickly start off with the front profile of the car. So right in the center you have the Tata logo, you have this tri-aero grille, and you can also see this chrome strip running right at the front. So this is how the front profile of the car looks like. It surely looks quite a lot robust. Now talking about the headlamps on the Safari, you basically have Xenon HID projector headlamps right here. This is your projector, this is your fog lamp. Here again you have this chrome strip running, and here you basically also do get your DRL, which is again an LED provided right here. Now moving on to the side profile of the car here, as you can see, it surely looks quite a lot muscular and definitely makes its presence felt out on the road. Here you basically have your ORVM, your mirror, which is completely finished in gloss black. Here you also do get your indicator. Now talking about the door handles, here you again have some chrome used, and here you have a button. This is for your passive entry, so you don't really need to take the key out of your pocket. By the way, this is the key of the car. Here you basically have 4 buttons on offer. There is a button for your lock, there is a button for your unlock, this is basically for your follow me headlamp, and this is basically to open the boot of the car. Now you can just carry the key, walk towards your car. When you press this button, the car actually locks itself, and when you unlock the car, the mirror actually opens up like this. So that is much about the side profile. On the roof here, as you can see, here you basically have your roof rails provided. There is again a Safari badge provided right there. Now guys, talking about the rear profile of the car, so here as you can see at the top you basically have your shark fin antenna. Here you have your high mounted stop lamp. Obviously this is the top end variant, so here you basically have this rear wiper washer as well as the fogger. One more thing which you might notice right is the fact that it actually gets a lion logo here, and it also gets a lion logo in the headlamps. I'll also show you guys that as well. Here you have your Tata logo provided, Safari badge. These are your reverse parking sensors. This is basically your reverse parking camera right here. Now let me open the boot space for you guys and let me show you how much space is there on offer. So here you basically have a button provided. Press this button and you can actually open the lid. The lid of the car is actually quite a lot heavy. So here as you can see, this is the amount of space which you have. It is decent. You can basically keep two small bags right here. Now because there is a 7-seater variant, you basically can fold the third row seats as well. So that is how you can actually tumble the third row as well. When you tumble the third row, the boot space increases to 440 liters, and when you tumble the second row as well, the boot space actually increases to 910 liters. So that is how you can actually increase your luggage carrying capacity. Now let's quickly take a look at the tire profile, and then we'll move inside the car and I'll also show you guys the space which you have in the car. So here as you can see, these are basically your 18-inch alloy wheels which you have. The tire profile right here is 235/60 R18. These are 18-inch alloy wheels which you get, and the design of the alloy wheel again looks quite nice. Now guys, let me quickly move inside the car and let me show you guys the space which you have. So for that I'll have to unlock the car. So here as you can see, so guys, this is the amount of space which you have in the Tata Safari. Now like I told you, the car is available in two variants. There is the 7-seater variant, this is the 6-seater variant which gets these captain seats. Now let me quickly get inside the car and show you guys. So here as you can see, In terms of the legroom and kneeroom, it is pretty good actually, because you can actually push this seat ahead and backwards like this. One more great feature about the car is the fact that it actually gets a boss mode right here. Here you basically have a lever, you can basically push it and you can push the driver's seat ahead like this. So that is much about the second row space. In terms of the underside support, it is quite good. In terms of the headroom also, it is quite good, I would say. In terms of the space, Safari definitely is a great car to be in. In terms of the shoulder room, you can easily get 2 adults and a kid in the middle. Here you have some space to keep stuff. And now let's quickly move inside the third row, and then I'll show you guys what all features do you have inside the cabin. So guys, now I'm in the third row of the Tata Safari, and here as you can see the space is pretty good, I would say. You can actually push this seat ahead and backwards, and if you are 5.5 feet tall, then I think you should be comfortable in this place. Actually, in terms of the space, the Tata Safari definitely surprised me. You can easily get 2 kids or even 2 people right here, 2 adults right here. In terms of the legroom and knee room, it is pretty decent. In terms of the underside support, obviously it is a bit lacking, but it is pretty good, I would say. It is definitely much more better than I had expected it to be. And in terms of the headroom, again, it is pretty good, I would say. So that is much about the space, and that is about the space which you have. Now here you basically have a cup holder provided. Here you basically have 2 charging points as well, USB points as well. You can charge your smartphone from here. Here again you have some space to keep stuff, and here you basically have your knob to control your AC vents. There is again a cup holder provided right here, and you basically have your air vents provided right here. So that is much about the third row of the car. Now let's quickly move in the first row, and let me show you guys what all features do you have. Let's quickly get moving. Guys, right now I'm inside the car, and let me quickly explain you guys what all features do you get in the top end variant of the Tata Safari. So here as you can see, this is how the dashboard actually looks like. Here you basically have multicolor combination. This is the silver lining which you have right here, and the dashboard is again completely finished in black. Now let me start the car for you guys, and then I'll explain you guys what all features do you have. So here you basically have a push start stop button. As soon as you press it, the car rose to life like this. This is how it actually welcomes you. Now guys, starting off from the steering wheel, here as you can see, here basically you have your leather wrap steering wheel. Here you have a few buttons. This is basically to increase and decrease the volume. This is to accept and reject the calls. This is also for your mute, and from here you can actually change the source. This is basically to change your radio channels. Here you have your controls for your cruise control. Now let me show you guys the instrument cluster. So here as you can see, this is the instrument cluster which you have. This is a 7-inch TFT display which basically shows you quite a lot of information. So here as you can see, from this button you can actually navigate through a lot of information. Here it will show you instantaneous fuel efficiency, your average, as well as your trip 1, trip 2, power and torque which is churned out, and your tire pressure monitoring system is also there. Now the speedometer which you get right here is an analog unit. The tachometer, the RPM indicator, is basically a digital unit provided right here. So that is much about the instrument cluster. Now let's quickly have a look at the center console. So here as you can see, here you basically have an 8.8-inch touchscreen display. In terms of the touch response, it is decent, I would say. And in terms of the sound quality, it is brilliant, because you basically have JBL speakers. There are 4 speakers, there are 4 tweeters provided, and there is also a subwoofer and an amplifier. So here you basically have all this basic stuff, and it definitely supports Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as well. And here let me show you guys a few more things. So when you press this button, here as you can see, you actually can get access to your reverse parking camera right here. It will show you a few. You can also basically give voice commands to this particular system. Here you basically have a few buttons provided. So this is basically for your fog lamps, this is for your rear fog lamp, this is for your front fog lamp, this is your hazard lamp, this is basically your eco mode right here. So here as you can see, this is how it actually shows you in the instrument cluster as well. And this is basically for your sport mode. So these are the modes provided, by the way. Now this car also gets automatic climate control AC. These are your controls for your automatic climate control AC. Here you have a USB point. Here you also do get an aux connectivity. Here you have a rotary knob. And this car basically gets 3 modes. So here as you can see, as soon as you change the mode, it actually notifies you in the instrument cluster. There is the wet mode, then there is your rough road, and then you basically have your city mode. So these are the 3 modes provided right here. Obviously you have your eco mode as well. Here you have a button for your traction control. This is your button for your hill descent control. This is your automatic gearbox, which is a 6-speed unit. I'll talk about the gearbox as soon as we start driving. This is your electronic parking brake. Here you have again your cup holders provided. Now let me show you guys the glove box. So here as you can see, there is decent amount of space provided in the glove box as well. Here you can actually accommodate a small laptop as well. So that is about the glove box. Now talking about the door pads right here. So here, as you can see, in the door pads you can easily accommodate a 1 liter bottle. There is again some space to keep your stuff. And here you basically have your power window switches. Here you have your chrome door handle, and that is much about it. This car also gets automatic wipers as well as your headlamps. So these are the features which are available in the Tata Safari. Now talking about the safety features, this car actually gets 6 airbags. There is traction control as well, hill descent control as well, ABS, EBD, corner stability control as well. So these are the safety features which you have. Now the highlight of the car is the fact that it actually gets a massive panoramic roof right here. So here, as you can see, this is the sunroof which you have right here, and let me show you guys how it actually opens up. So here, that's the maximum it goes, and it surely brings in a lot of light and airy feeling inside the cabin. So guys, I think I have covered most of the things about the interior as well as the features of the car. Here, as you can see, it actually brings in a lot of light and airy feeling inside the cabin. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things. Now let's quickly start driving the car, and I'll also tell you guys how is it to drive. So let's quickly get rolling. So guys, now I've given you guys a detailed walk around of the car. Now it's time to start talking about the performance of the Tata Safari. So let's quickly start off from the engine. Now the Safari is powered by a 2-liter Cryotech engine which produces 170 PS of power and 350 Newton meters of torque. In terms of the refinement, the engine has definitely surprised me. It is very well refined, and the cabin is again a very well insulated place to be in, so you don't really hear a lot inside the cabin. Talking about the performance from this engine, it definitely provides you decent amount of grunt for you to actually maneuver the car in the city as well as on the highways. Now this engine comes paired to a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic torque converter gearbox. I have driven the automatic. We'll talk about the automatic in this particular video. In terms of the performance from the automatic gearbox, it is very smooth, but when you go completely hard on the throttle, it actually takes its own sweet time in order to respond. The engine revs increases, and then the car actually starts picking up pace quite well. So that is about the performance from the gearbox. Now, I was talking about the ride quality. The ride quality is a bit on the stiffer side. So when you take it through bad roads, you will have to take it a bit slow. And when you drive it on the highways, it definitely stays pretty glued and stable on the road. So that is again a positive point about the Tata Safari, that it definitely stays very glued and stable on the highways when you are doing high speeds. Now, moving on to the handling of the car. The handling is pretty good. The steering wheel is not really very heavy as such. So driving this car in the city is no fuss at all. You can easily drive the car in the city, and when you take it on the highways, when you are driving at high speeds, the steering, I was expecting it to actually weigh up a bit more, but it is not really weighing up that much. So that is one thing which could have been better in terms of the weight. In terms of the heaviness, the steering wheel definitely could have been a little bit more better. But in terms of the feel and feedback, in terms of the accuracy, I would say the steering wheel definitely provides you good amount of feedback. So that is about the handling of the car. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things about the car. Now talking about the verdict. Now this car, this is the top end variant, which is the XZA Plus, and it is priced at around 21.81 lakh ex showroom. At this price point, if you are looking out to buy an SUV which has good amount of space, which has good amount of power, and which surely provides you with good amount of safety as well, this car also stays pretty glued on the highways. So these are the things which you get from the Tata Safari. If you are looking out to buy a car like this, you can definitely go for the Tata Safari. I hope that you guys like the video. Still, if you have any question, you can surely ask it to me on Instagram as well as in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to answer most of your doubts. If you are looking out to buy the Tata Safari, you can surely contact us, and we'll surely be able to help you out with that as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, drive safe, ride safe. Bye bye.